using readline function. Program to read a file poem.txt. See, using readline, what it does, readline function, it reads one line at a time, and if we mention some value here, give some value, then up to that bytes it will read, at up to that characters. See what we have given here in the program. Okay, here it is. Program to read a file poem.txt. File equals to open. We have opened the file in the same way. Here first line we are reading in string str, and then we are displaying. Okay, then second line we are reading here, we are displaying, then third line we are here, then displaying here. Now again last we have closed the file. See the output, only 3 lines it is displaying, one line at a time, read line function with read. Okay, now see the second program. Second program is read here, given here, program to read the entire file poem.txt. Okay, last time we also did the same thing. This time again we are doing the same thing, but with the read line function. Previously the program was with the read function. This is read line function. Difference is read line function. Now if we want to use read line function, then these are the steps to read the entire file. Okay, file equals to open poem.txt, then our read mode open same, then str equals to blank we have given here, then while str. Okay, while statement we are using here, loop statement, because how many lines in the file we don't know. Okay, see, so we have used like this while statement. It will read and read, go on reading till the character is available in the file, and this for it will read one line at a time, and it is displaying reading one line and then displaying reading one line, displaying like this. Okay, the while loop will be executed till the end of the file. Then we have given the close function after reading the file. The output is same. Now see, using the read line functions, read lines, one s is there. Okay, read lines function, and we know what it does. It reads entire file in a list. Okay, it reads entire file. See, open poem. Same steps to open the poem.txt file, same step is here. Now how we can use readline function? File dot readlines we have to give, and then we in the left side of the assignment operator we have given s, same as str or s we can give. Now we are giving here print s, and then we are closing the file. What it does, it will read entire file and see the output, but output has some additional characters. See, it is a list, because we know we have earlier learned that the read lines function returns the data, reads the data, entire file data, but returns the data as a list data type. So it is in square bracket, and each line is separated, okay, by comma, and it is within single quotation mark. This type the output is read. Okay, now some other useful operations on file. How we can do some other things. Suppose we want to know the size of the file, okay, or how many bytes are there, okay, like this, how many lines are there we want to read. So how we can write those programs. Then this iteration over lines in a file. Okay, last program we have used read lines. Again we are using the read lines function, and what it last time it is displaying the output as a list, but here to display the output as a file we have to use the program like this. File open poem.txt, and it is like, okay, read lines for text in file.readlines. Now for statement we are using to read the list data, okay, in the range. Then we are printing, displaying text like this, then output will come like this, no extra symbols are there. Okay, if we want to display the data in a decorated manner, then this is the program to do like this. Some other programs are also there. This program, what it does, it will display the program the program to display file size and number of lines available in the program. Suppose we want to count number of lines, or we want to know the size of the file, how many bytes, then we can do like this. See here in str, what we are doing, we are reading the file. Okay, if we want to perform some single operation on a file, then we can combine that operation with the append function also. It is possible in Python language. What it is doing, it is opening the file, and at the same time it is reading the entire data in str variable, string variable. Then again it is opening the file and it is reading the entire file, entire lines in s. Okay, here it will become a string data type, and here s will become here list data type, not the string. Now size, we are counting length of a string, it will count each and every letter, and size will come. And if you count here total s, length of s, then it will count number of lines here. Okay, and display like this. Now we are displaying print number of lines in file is line count, and the size of the file is size. See the output. Number of lines in the file is 4 because there are 4 lines, and the size of the file is 107 bytes. So if you count the number of letters in the file including spaces, then it will be 107 bytes. Okay, writing onto files. In the previous program we have seen that how to read files. If already file is already created, already available on the disk, then how we can read that file, text file. Okay, now we are here creating the file. Like reading functions, writing functions are also available with Python interpreter, which works on append files. The files that are append and linked via file object or file handling. Okay. First, what we have to do, we have to append the file and make a file object or file handle. Then similarly, that reading functions are there, so writing functions are also there. Okay, see some of the writing functions. There are only 2 write functions here. First is write function, and second one is write lines function. It writes a string, the given string, to the file referenced by the file object. This is the syntax: file object dot write or then string. Whatever we want to save in the file, we have to give as a string here. And write lines function, it writes all string in list L as lines to be referenced by. Okay, if we are having a list data type and then we want to save that list in a file, okay, then we have to use write lines function. Okay, here we have to provide list using the file object. Again, you must notice that before we can write onto files, the file must be opened and linked via file object. It must be opened to do write. Okay. Creating a file and storing some data using write function. See, if we are using write function, how we can create a file? Creating a file to store some data. See, we are creating here a student.txt file, and the symbol is given here, or the mode is given here, W mode. That is the writing mode. And then what we are doing here, we are taking input names of students. Okay, total 5 names, because range for loop is given here. 5 range is the end, 5 times it will execute, then it will ask you 5 names of students, and all the names will be saved in the file using the write function. Okay, and see, name plus backslash n is given here to store each name in separate line, each name in separate line. See, here this is the file name, this is the file handle. Okay, here we are using file handle using the write statement, and then after completing the for loop it will close the file. See the output here. This is the output. When we execute the program, this will be the output. It will ask each time, 5 times it will ask, enter the name of a student, enter the name of a student, and we are giving 5 different names. Now after executing this statement and completing the program, it will create a file with the name student.txt in. Okay, and that file we are opening here, student.txt, and those all the 5 names it is displaying. Okay, now same can be done using the write line function. Previously we have done using the write function, same we can done using the write line function. How we can do like this write line function, creating file to store some data using write lines function. We have opened the file in write mode again, and we have created one list variable. Okay, then again we are using loop 5 times because 5 names we have to input, then loop is used here, and the same input statement is used, enter name of a student, and name is here taken. Now we are doing here, what we are doing, we are appending each name one by one in list. Okay, this list using the append function, and backslash means each name will be stored in separate line. Now first we have collected all the names in the list, and then using the write line function, it is out of the for loop because the write line function will store the entire list at once in the file, so it is not needed in the loop statement. Previously what we have done, we have in the previous program we have used the write statement in the for loop. See indent, it is indented, this write statement, but here it is unindented. Okay, so it comes out of the for loop because we are going to execute this statement only one time, and in one time it will write all the data in the file at once. Okay, but in case of write statement we have to write each name one by one, so the write statement is executed 5 times, and after completing we have closed the file. See the output is here. Each time it will ask you the name, and same we have given, and then it will create this file. Okay, now come to appending data to a file. Suppose we have created a file and we want to add some names also in that file, same file. Then what we have to do, we have to append the data, append the file in appending mode. Why this extra mode is there given? Because if we open the same file in write mode, what happens, it will overwrites an existing file. Okay, means it will first remove all the data available in the file and create just like it is a new file. Okay, so we must be cautious to use this W mode, very much cautious. Okay, or create it is the W mode is used only for creating a new file. Okay, create a non-existing file and the earlier data get lost, because it may happen that if the file is already existing, then that data is going to be lost. Okay, removed. If we want to write into the file while retaining the old data, so if we want to retain the old data, we want to keep the old data and then want to add some more data in that file, then there is only one option, that we have to open the file in append mode, A mode, or the append mode. A file opened in append mode, it retains its previous data, it retains this previous data. Okay, previous data will be retained, will be available with will not be going to lost. Okay, it will be able, while allowing to add, and also it allow to add newer data into the file. Also, a plus symbol can be added with the file read mode. Suppose we want to read the file and also we want to write something there, then plus symbol we can use in the read mode to facilitate reading as well as writing. Okay. Append mode we can use in the same way, we can use plus symbol. Here is same thing. Opening existing file and appending some data. Okay, in the previous program we have created one student.txt file and then 5 names we have added in that file. Now we are going to add 2 more names in the student file. We have opened the file in A mode. See, here A is given. At last program we have given W mode there, but here A mode is given. Now 2 times it is going to execute, and each time it will ask you a new name, and then that name is going to be written in the file. Okay, see the output here. When you execute the program, this output will come. It will ask you the student name. 2 names we have given, and their name is added with the previous OR names. Okay, this is the system. More practical implementation is there. Okay, here see, it is displaying that important. The W method will override the enter file and the earlier data will be going to lost. So be cautious while using the W mode. Practical implementations: a complete reading, writing and appending programs for text data file handling in Python. Now we are going to see a complete program. Okay, creating the file and then reading the file and then appending some data in the file. So see, okay, some real life work how we can do using the text file. What we have doing here, we are going to create a to save roll number, name and marks of a student. This program is going to here. What we are doing here, first we are asking how many students, then it opens the file marks.txt in W mode, means it creates the new file, and number of students we have asked, so n is given in the range. So these statements will be executed n number of times, and each time it will ask you to enter the details of a student, that is roll number, name and marks, and everything will be stored as a write function. Okay, here we have collected all the string in REC and then written. Okay, this for loop will be executed n number of times, and after executing the file will be closed. See the example here, we have executed the program for 3 students and 3 number of students we have given. Each time it is asking 1 2 3 and all the information we have given, and then after completing the program it will create the file like this. Okay, see the output here. \n we have added here at the end each time. Why it is added? Because the next student information will be saved on the next line. Okay, so the output is coming like this. Now this program is creating the text file. We have created the file. Now we are displaying the contents, means reading the file. How it can be done? Using the read line function. Okay, each line we are going to read and displaying here. Open the file in R mode. Okay, string while statement we are here using, and this program will be when run, it will display all the data available in the file, and the data output will come like this. It will display all the files like this. Okay, now after displaying, we are going to add some more data in the file using the append mode. How it can be done? The same program, the program we have used in creating the new file, the same program can be used. Just change the A mode, W mode to A mode, append mode. Now how many students to add, it is asking. Okay, that number of times this all the statements will be executed using the for loop, and for each student it will ask you one by one name, roll number, marks, and then these roll number, marks included with \n will be stored in the file, and once it will completed, the file will be closed. Okay, see the output here. Okay, when the program is going to execute, it will ask you how many students to add. We have given 2, then 2 students it is going to ask, and we have given these details, and these details is stored in the file marks.txt. and see, when you open the marks.txt in notepad, it will display like this. All the information is saved here. Okay, now up to text file we have completed here, and thank you. I hope you learned it very well. Thank you.